Now let's take a look at some of this week's highlights in the business world.
China has expressed a strong opposition to the U.S. government for its acceptance of a textile industry application to impose quotas on 5 Chinese textile products, including skirts, pajamas, swimming suits, woven shirts, and socks. This is the second time the U.S. has accepted such a request, following a similar case over Chinese curtains in July. Meanwhile, the U.S. committee also announced that it has decided to delay a decision to the end of August on whether it will restrict imports of a list of 6 Chinese textile products, including woolen trousers. China's civil aviation watchdog is giving private investors in the civil aviation industry the same rights as state-owned investors. At the same time, it's ruling out majority private interests in the country's big 3 airlines, Air China, China Eastern, and China Southern. Private capital is being welcomed in areas including cargo services, civil airport construction, and jet fuel sales. Private investment in air traffic control system will remain off limits. Starting from this month, local taxi drivers will begin receiving extra subsidies from the Shanghai government and taxi companies. The subsidy policy covers taxis and buses in Shanghai, which transport 90% of the city's passengers. Of the subsidies taxi drivers will receive this time, the municipal government will cover 200 yuan, while the taxi companies will cover 150 yuan. Local bus companies have been receiving subsidies since the latter part of 2004, typically around 3 yuan per liter. The government and companies each cover 50% of the rising costs, between 3 and 4 yuan per liter. And for amounts above 4 yuan, the government covers the full cost. Most of Shanghai's individual investors are putting their foreign currency in the short-term financial products or exchanging it for RMB. Bank of China Shanghai branch has a 3-month product for foreign currency financing. The daily sales volume has increased 50% to nearly $3 million. The Industrial and Commercial Bank of China Shanghai branch said that the volume of their exchange has jumped by 40%. Industry experts say the move is due to the recent appreciation of the RMB and to avoid risks of further depreciation of the dollar. Chinese residents who go abroad for private purposes can now carry more foreign currency. The State Administration of Foreign Exchange has increased the ceiling for travels of 6 months or less to $5,000. For longer periods, 8,000 can be taken. Buying the foreign currency will also be easier, with purchaser no longer needing ID cards or residence registration. Students will get it easier as well. Security deposits for study abroad will be halved to 2,000 yuan. He Jian for BizWatch.